Hello guys, I'm Lucas and welcome back to another exciting episode of Brick Brigade 99. Today we will be reviewing this bad boy. Thank you everyone for watching. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And today we'll be reviewing the Bad Batch, Marauder, and including all of its figures. And first we must take a look at the box for everyone who's interested in it. Now the first thing you notice at the box is first of all the Marauder itself, Wrecker, Hunter, and Goggles at the top, CGI'd on top of it. And this is set number 75314. It is called the Bad Batch Attack Shuttle, but it's more widely known as the Marauder. It has 969 pieces. It is for ages 9 and up. So this is not really a set for the littler side of the kids. And now on to the back. And on the back it shows this really cool attacking scene where the Bad Batch got out of the shuttle. And spoiler alert, for anyone who hasn't seen the show, Crosshair is trying to capture Hunter, Wrecker, Echo, and Goggles. And it shows a little sneak peek of what the inside of the ship looks like. And it has 2 missiles underneath it, and that the wings fold up and down. And first up we have Tech's Speeder. Let me give you guys a good 360 of it before we get into too much detail. Now the first thing you notice about this is that how much green it has. And I think the lime green color looks good with the little bit of white that's added on it. And it has cool engines that stick out from the side. Show you guys. And on the back it has something for you to you can put a blaster on it and get it to focus. I don't know if you guys remember this from the Bad Batch, but I certainly don't. But that's Tech's Speeder. Now we're on to Crosshair's Speeder. Okay guys, this is Crosshair's Speeder. Let me give you guys a good 360 before we get into anything too deep. And the first thing you notice about this vehicle is that it has so many stickers, so many black stickers, and it's really great. And that they included a blue seat that has steering wheel. I do advise that it is hard to get someone's hands on the steering wheel. And at the front here you have 2 laser cannons. And now onto a really awesome 360 of the Marauder. And there you have it, a 360 of the Marauder. And the first thing you notice when you're looking at this set is that the wings are really big. They go over the top of the main part of the ship, and they twist, well not twist, but they unfold, like so. And if you were to lift it up, you can twist them really far down. And if you look at the front here, you will see the canopy where it has 2 red windshields where Hunter and Tech fly the ship. And if you open it up, you will see the cockpit. There's really not anything to see in the cockpit because, well, it's a cockpit. And now onto the back. And in the back here, well, it's either the back or the main part of the ship, however you want to describe it. We have the living area, where right here, I think this is the spot in the show where they talk about Crosshair's old weapon case, which is really cool that they actually decided to incorporate that in the set. And you'll see these two very small sticker decals that you put on these two slanted pieces that go right inside the ship. And that's it for the inside. Another thing I want to show you is the back. I like the back because it has the blue, see-through blue clear pieces, and the engines and close up. I don't know if they do that in the show, but it kind of looks cool. It's like if you're closing down the ship, if you're landing, you can close those. It looks not like it's still flying, like in the first episode of season 7 when they crash into the hangar. In the back here, it's black, so I can focus. You can see the guns on the back of the ship. Try and twist them. You can twist them. They're the machine guns that Wrecker uses. And before we go to the underside of the ship, I want to show you a piece that tripped me up from being able to close the front. It was this little piece right here. This little fella. As if you open this, you'll see that right, try and get right where my finger is. I put it there for some random reason. I don't know why I did that. But it didn't allow this to close, so it was like this instead of like that. So I was like, what did I do wrong? I could have sworn I did everything correct. But we looked it over, me and my dad looked it over, and we figured out, accidental discharge.
Put that thing away, you're gonna get us all killed!
On the bottom, you get to see the inside structure, like the bottom, like where it all began, which is cool. I told you in the last video is one of my favorite things. And I almost forgot to mention the two giant laser cannons on the front that line up pretty good with the laser cannons. And you can see the bottom of the engines and the rest of them right here. And now to my favorite part, the minifigures. First up here we have Wrecker. You can see the 99 on his helmet. And on his shoulder blades he has his skull and more of the 99. And on his back he has two places for you to put something. Then on the other shoulder he has the same thing. And on his back he also has a backpack. And now I'm going to show you guys his face. On his face, underneath his helmet I should say, he has one white eye and one regular eye. And he has some scratches on his face. I'm getting into a brawl maybe with Moochie, I think? Yeah, Moochie the Rancor.
Oh, that I can do!
And he's smiling because he had fun blowing stuff up.
Oh, seriously? I'm gonna blow it up? The whole stinking thing?
And next up we have Crosshair.
Good soldiers follow orders.
And you can see that he has a regular Star Wars blaster rifle and a green visor on his helmet. And there's really nothing on the side of his body. And on his back you can see that he has a backpack. You can see that he has 3 shiny things that he like throws on the ground, a Camino, and then he shoots them. And if you take off his helmet, he has a crosshair around his eye, and his face expression looks like he's kind of angry. That's how he always looks. And next, on to goggles.
I can't believe we're helping a separatist senator.
So you have said. Repeatedly.
And notice that he has these two pistols that look really cool. And he has a really cool helmet. And on the side, he has a skull that looks like has energy bolts coming out of it. And on his back, he has a backpack with a lever on it that makes it look like a sensor. And on this side, once again, he has the skull with the energy bolts coming out of it. And if you take off his helmet, it's cool because he has goggles on this side that, if you look through the helmet, don't exist. And if you switch it around, there's his face without goggles, which, to be honest, kind of looks pretty weird. And I almost forgot that he comes with hair. He has really unique hair, which is kind of cool. And I like characters that have helmets, and then you take it off, and then you can add hair. His hair is really unique. It like goes around his ears, and it kind of curves outward at the top, in the front of his face. And next up we have Hunter with his standard Lego knife. And a really cool face. He has a red line down the middle, and on this side he has white on that side. And if you spin him around, he doesn't have anything on the sides, but he does have a printed on backpack. And if you take his helmet off, that's cool. Half of his face is like painted black, and he's wearing a red bandana. And once again, I almost forgot that Hunter has hair, and it's separated in the middle, and in the back it just kind of curves outward. I don't really like Hunter with hair, but that's just my preference. And now, on to my favorite character of the show. And this is my favorite character, Echo.
Is there an Echo in here?
Yes,
What?
I'm Echo.
Really?
First thing I want to show you is his bionic arm. You can see it's a different color than the other one. This one's gray, and this one's more of a black color. You can see them in comparison here. And I also like Echo's helmet. It has two silver stripes on the top and other silver parts on near where his cheeks would be. And on the side of him is the rest of his bionic arm. And he has a backpack. And on this arm he has nothing. Underneath Echo's helmet, his face has the plug connections where he was plugged into the Separatist Foundation after he was captured by Wat Tambor. And the rest of it's on the back. I think he has a pretty cool face, but if I were him, I would not like my face to look like that. That's just my preference.
No. Look away, I'm hideous.
And up next, last but not least character, Gonky. Wrecker must have got caught up when he was using Gonky for exercise and got carried away because he only has one leg. But I didn't feel like digging through all my Legos, so just for the purpose of this video, I'll say he lost it. And I actually like Gonky because Gonk droids are cool. And I like how they put the 3 lines in his face as to make a face for him. And how he has these pads almost sticking out, and that you can put stuff on top of him. So you can plug him into a ceiling, and his legs are really sturdy for attaching to something. Which is sad because he lost one when Wrecker was exercising with him. And for this set, I give it a 10 out of 10 golden bricks. And I know a 10 out of 10 golden bricks is perfect, but I like it because it has canopy with a cockpit and it's printed on, so it's already comes out like perfect and you don't have to put a sticker on. Because I know for some people it can be challenging to do that. And I like how they added the cannons, and they added so many stickers and detail, and how the wings are so big and they can actually move. And I like that they just incorporated 2 different speeders, even though the name of the set was just the Bad Batch Attack Shuttle. They didn't have to add the speeder bikes, but they added it as extra. And another reason I like this set is these minifigures are pretty much exclusive to this set. I think you may be able to get them in one other set, and the only thing that this set doesn't come with from the Bad Batch is Omega. But Omega isn't really my favorite character, so I'm not really disappointed. I mean, it would be cool if she came with it, but I don't really care.
That's cold, bruh.
If you want the Omega figure, you can either get the other set, or you can just buy it individually at Red 5 Trading Co. Do it.
Do it.
And now it's time for my recommendation for age groups. If you're a kid and you really like the Bad Batch like me, this is definitely a set for you if you're into Star Wars, especially if you're a collector, since these minifigures are pretty much exclusive to this set. They may come in another set, but if this is like their only set that they come in, kind of exclusive. And if you're a parent wanting to get this for your kid, I would say it's definitely worth it. They will definitely keep themselves occupied. I use this Lego set quite often. I play with Legos, and it's really fun. If your kid likes Star Wars as much as me, this is more of a play set. If you don't know what that is, it's not just one of those ones that you build and put away. It's actually one that like you can combine with other sets, and your kid will get more use out of it than just building it for a few hours and then putting it away for countless years. And now it's time for today's joke of the day. What side of the chicken has the most feathers? The outside. And in next week's video, I hope that one of the 2023 sets will be coming in. I hope. We shall see. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to tune in next week for another episode of Brick Brigade 99. And may the Force be with you.